to do some pirouettes, which is the turns that you do that dancers do on one leg. Pirouette is one of the hardest steps in dance, but actually there are so many different stages to building up to doing just one full pirouette that we can still start learning all of those stages today. So we're going to learn the difference between a jazz pirouette and a ballet pirouette, and we're just going to have a go. So we're going to start with a jazz pirouette because that's slightly easier. There is slightly less to concentrate on. I'm not keeping your leg turned out, turned in. There's still, it's still fairly difficult. So we'll build up to it. We'll build up our stages. So we're going to find our pirouette position, but we're going to do it on a flat foot at the moment. So pirouette position in jazz is you're bringing your leg to just by your knee, the side of your knee, and it's facing forwards. So it's not turned out, it's facing forwards. And your arms are here. And we're just going to hold that. So we're going to do that a couple of times. Try it on your other leg, try and find your balance. We'll try and ball change before we do it, so we'll just a little bit of a prep. So you're going to go back, front. So make sure you're playing. So you're going back, front. So you're on a sort of toe here, and this one can be flat, will be flat foot. And you've got opposite arm to leg that's facing front. Okay, so back, front, up, down. Okay, we'll try that with the other leg. So you're taking your left leg back, front, up, and down. So if you're maybe struggling to, find your balance, if you're a bit wibbly wobbly, really pull up and engage your core. This is when all that sort of like making sure that you're fully stacked, as I sort of have learned to, that's the sort of method I think of it. If you've got a bunch of blocks and you want to build them up as high as you can, you've got to make sure that they're all sitting squarely on top of each other, otherwise it's going to fall. And that's the same with your body, otherwise you're going to go off one way or another. So your ankles are on top of your knees, so your knees are on top of your ankles, your hips are on top of your knees, your shoulders and spine are in line with your hips, and your neck and head are also in line with your shoulders, or as in line as they can be. Okay, so you're trying to create this sort of quite straight line, and to make sure that you're doing that, you pull up with your tummy. So instead of being relaxed, you pull up. Keep your rib cage and your muscles here engaged, but not like releasing them and pushing the rib cage out. You pull it up, and you also tuck your bum in. Now it's not, you're always going to have your bum's always going to cut it curves that way. It's always going to stick out slightly because most people are not built like ballerinas and are sort of straight completely, but you have to engage it because it will help pull everything up. Okay, so we'll try that again, just on our flat foot though. So back, front, up, down. And then again on the other foot, back, front, up, down. So if you just want to keep doing that, keep doing that. But if you want to maybe advance it a little bit, test your balance even more, because it really is all about balance in pirouettes. People will say it isn't, but you do need to make sure you've got your balance is engaged. Balance and core are engaged to keep you where you're meant to be standing. So you go to do it, to test your balance a wee bit more, we're going to come up onto our toes. As high up onto that releve as possible. Releve just means on your tippy toes. So yeah. So see if you can try and find your balance. If you're still struggling, now if you're on carpet, it's slightly more unstable, so do be aware if you need to. Touch a wall and find it and then let go. Make sure that you're not just gripping onto something for dear life. You need to be able to hold yourself up, and it's just there for your own security rather than you're physically holding onto it to keep you up. Your body learns more by letting go and maybe dipping a little bit than it does from constantly gripping onto a chair or a wall or relying on that. So we'll try This is when you really need to have engaged that core. Don't let your weight sort of start to go backwards. You want it over your toes, because that's where you have to be stable. It's a small peak, it's a small thing to sort of be balancing on. So you do need to make sure that your weight is going forward rather than back. Okay? So we'll try it with the ball change, and we will hold it about the same amount of time, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8, back, front, up, down. And then we're going to do it the other leg. Back, front, up, down. Now you see there, I let my leg go up, start to move around there a little bit. Make sure that it is going straight there, because turns are all actually about conserving energy. You don't want to have loads that have to use up loads of energy putting things in the right position. You just want it to go there. Okay, so we'll try again with on your rise, and try and hold it as long as possible. The way to be able to help you get up and to that position quickly is through your plie. So the lower you bend and take a breath, and then you go up. Okay? So 5, 6, 7, 8, back, front, up, and down. And then again, other leg, back, front, up, down. Okie doke. We're going to try a tiny, tiny little turn. Now, all we're going to do is turn from here to here. So it's a quarter turn. Just that. To try and get you sort of slowly moving into the moving with it. We're going to do that 4 times to get all the way around to the other side. And then we'll do it on the other side, going the other way. Okay? 5. We're going to do the ball change before it as well to help. 5, 6, 7, 8. Back, front. And you're turning towards the way your leg is, towards the leg you're picking up. Okay? So I'm turning this way because this leg is behind. If you've got the other leg behind, turn towards that leg. Okay, so ball change, up and down. Okay, so do try and make sure you're turning smoothly. I did hop a little bit there, that's okay while you're still learning how to do it, and if you're maybe on a tough floor that doesn't let you turn as easily, just get used to doing that. So we're going to do it multiple times. So we're going to do it another quarter turn, so we're going to the back now. So ball change, same leg, so you're still turning the same way, up and down. So we're going to do one more time to this way. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ball change, up and down. And then we're going to do the final one to get it back to the front. Ball change, up and down. Okie doke. Now we'll try it quick. Slightly quicker, so less time in between going the other way because we've already done it once. 5, 6, 7, 8. Back, front, up, down. And then we're going to do it again. Ball change, up, down. Ball change, up and down. And one last time. Ball change, up and down. Now we're going to challenge yourself even more, and we're going to do a half turn. So you're only going to do 2. So we're going to go this way again, so you're going to be using your right leg. Okay? So we're going to go halfway around, and then we'll do it again from the back to get back to the front, and then do it on the other leg. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ball change, up and down. And then we're going to do it again. Ball change, up and down. Okay, now we're going to do it the other way. So, ball change, up and down. Then last time, ball change, up, ooh, and down. Now it's okay if you go slightly further than you're supposed to be. It's because you're building up, you're building a bit of strength, putting a bit more energy into it every time, and sometimes you might put too much energy. That's okay. As long as you're sort of maintaining some control, you'll be able to, that energy is good, okay? So, we're going to try 1. Pirouettes are only scary until you've done 1, okay? So once you've done 1, you can do as many as you want. It just takes any kind of sort of fear out of it. The worst that you're going to do is fall on your bum. And you know what? You can get up. That's no bother. Okay? So we're going to do just one. We're going to start on our right leg, and then we're going to do it on our left leg. It's okay if one of your legs is worse than the other. Most dancers are like it. But don't feel too stressed about having to do it if you really don't feel like you're up to it. Have a go, you know, just practice with the balances. The more you hold that, the stronger you'll get at holding it, and therefore when you actually then get up and going with turning, you'll be able to, you know, it'll make it much easier. So we're just gonna have a go. 5, 6, 7, 8, ball change, plie, up and down. Now I sort of jumped out of that turn, but do try and hold it up as long as possible, okay? And we're going to go to the left, ball change, turn, up. I flung my weight backwards there, so we're going to do it one more time on the left. Make sure your weight is going forwards over your toes, not flinging it backwards, because you're going to start spinning like this. Okay, ball change, up and down. Okie doke, we're going to have a go at doing some ballet turns, but we're just going to start straight with the turns rather than the quarter turns and holding. Well, we're going to show you what the position is first, but if ballet turns, if you want to practice doing quarter turns, half turns, do that first and get used to that. But ballet is different because you're turned out. So you're starting in your 5th or 3rd position, and for the prep, you point out to the side, plie, and you make sure your weight's halfway between both legs, equally on both legs. You're sort of somewhere in the middle, so that way you're not having to push too far forward to get onto that first front leg, but also you then still have, there's still enough weight and power coming from that back leg to get you round, or to get you round. Okie doke. So when you do a ballet turn, you come to here. This is your pirouette position. Your arms are in first, so across from your tummy button, quite low down, and your knee is pointing out, as far out to the side as you can get it, but don't force it if it doesn't go, because then you start to twist, and look what your hips start doing, your shoulders go. You still want to keep everything quite stacked, so your shoulders are still square with your hips. So if it is here, that's fine. If it's here, it's fine. If it's further, that is also fine. I'm here, this is where I can get to, and that's what my hips are doing. So don't force it, you'll hurt yourself otherwise. And your toe is just coming to this little, there's a little crevice just under your kneecap, and that's where your toe's going. It's not quite touching, you should be able to put like a £5 note in between it, and sort of you're still holding it there. So that's kind of where you're going with that. And your toe is pointed, you're not leaning on your knee, it's not yoga. Everything is sort of engaged in this leg, even though it's the one that you're actually holding up, your working leg. And you're on your toes, as far as you can. Okay? So we're going to try just to turn on each side. And you're still turning towards the leg that you're picking up, so when you go behind, you're still turning that way, and then same with the other leg, okay? Yeah, we'll have a go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Point out to the side, behind, plie, turn, and go. And to the other way. Point out, behind, plie, and go. Now if you can, if you've maybe been doing pirouettes a wee while, try and go for a double, a triple. Make sure you're spotting, which is fine. You find a spot on the wall, about your eye level, and whip your head round. Keep your eyes on it as long as possible. And then when your neck physically can't stay there anymore, you whip it back, and that's the first thing you come back to. So your head almost leads your body. It stops you getting dizzy. But yes, if you're maybe wanting to really practice just getting that single turn perfect, doing it perfectly, concentrate on your ending and keep everything up. So if you're doing, try and finish everything up before you let yourself come back down. So you sort of finish, almost hold and down, up in your pirouette position. It's difficult. I still haven't been practicing enough, so I'm still having trouble with it. So, but just have a go. work up to it, build it up, do more. I'll practice my pirouette positions and stuff, rises and things while I'm brushing my teeth, doing my makeup, whatever. If I'm standing somewhere and I'm just bored, I'll just have a wee practice. It's good to just sort of test your balance and see what you can do. Particularly if maybe your arms are doing different things, because that really, really makes you have to concentrate on balance. But yeah, just have a go.